Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about toxic people. Toxic people are dark, which means they rely on entities and the devil to do their toxic things against you. And when they do that, they are selling their soul to the devil. But that's their problem, not yours. Now God will use you to allow these people to do what they want to you, to bring them their karma and bring them to their knees. Or to remove them from the planet, whichever they deserve. And that's God's choice. Anyway, anytime these people do black magic, any kind of spells, anything against you to hurt you, they are calling on the devil's entities to help them, which makes them toxic and dark. And they have sold their soul to the devil, and we all know where they're going to go. Don't worry about that. That's none of your business. That's their problem, not yours. Just do what God asked of you. Protect yourself as much as you can. Don't get involved with these people in any way, shape, or form unless God asks you to. These people do not realize by doing these things, by calling upon these entities for this black magic and stuff, and there's many different forms of magic, they don't realize they're calling upon the devil's entities, which is then calling upon the devil, and they've sold their soul to the devil for what they're doing. Now, some of them will flatly, outright sell their soul to the devil for what they want, especially money or fame. And you are seeing a lot of those people exposed on YouTube. Celebrities. God is going to expose everything that is dark, that is not nice, kind, giving, caring, loving, supportive, humanitarian. I suggest you stay away from all that stuff unless you want to be publicly humiliated and embarrassed and exposed, and then everyone will know all your secrets. It's not worth it. And I'm not saying that because I've done it. I have not. I am not that type of person. I'm just warning you of what's going to happen if you don't. These people don't care about calling on these entities as long as they can do the magic to try and hurt you in every way they can. But they don't really know what they're calling upon when they do this. They don't know that these entities are of the devil and that they are selling their soul to the devil. And then the devil will come and collect and destroy their life in the end. But this is their problem, not ours. We are to be the tower. We are to be their karma. We are to be their vessel used by God to bring these people their karma and bring them to their knees or take them off the planet, whichever this person deserves. Don't have sympathy for these people because they chose to do what they chose to do. People who willingly sell their soul to the devil deserves everything they get because they chose the wrong side. God's team always wins. Always. Always. And the devil is always defeated. So you need to pick a side and stay with it. and stay away from the dark stuff, because they will try to suck you down with them. Let them worry about their problems and their karma, and you worry about yours and what you're supposed to be doing. It's not rocket science, folks. There's two sides, God's side and the devil's side. Pick a side and stick with it. But where you wind up in the end determines on which side you choose. If you don't have a loving relationship with God, I suggest you start one today. But you better mean it from the bottom of your heart, because if He knows if you don't mean it, and you will be punished for it. He does not play. He's like me. He does not play. There ain't going to be no flip-flopping back and forth. Well, I'm going on the devil's side. Well, I'm going to be on God's side. You can't do the devil's work and pray to God behind the scenes. It don't work that way. That's a contradiction to God, and that's a slap in His face, and He will not stand for it. If you pick Team God, you got to live God's way, every day, all day long. If you pick the other team, then you got to do that way. But you pick the wrong one, and you will suffer for it. There are these karmics, these female karmics, and there are male karmics, who do black magic to hurt people in private, thinking nobody knows. And yet they pray to God and say, oh, God's got my back and all that. It don't work that way. You can't play both sides of the fence. No. You play one side of the fence. That is it. And you better be determined and stick with it. God does not tolerate traitors. And traitors are people who play both sides of the fence. Do the dark stuff behind closed doors, and then yet in public they're going to church and praying to God and all that. That's a hypocrite. Hypocrite. And God doesn't like that. So I would decide, if I were you, before any more time slips away, if you don't have a loving, true relationship with God, I suggest you create one today. You ask to be forgiven. You ask to be absolved of all sins. You ask for His forgiveness. You live the way you're supposed to live, turning people towards God. You live God's life as far as what He agrees and what He don't agree. How you treat people, how you don't treat people. And you stick with it. God is always the winning team, no matter what the devil says. The devil is a liar. God is always the winning team. Which side are you going to choose? I suggest you create a loving, truthful relationship with God today, and you stick with it 1,000%. In every way, shape, and form. You don't allow toxic people in your life. You don't do toxic things. You don't treat people toxically. In fact, you do quite the opposite. There are other videos on this channel of what you were put here to do. I suggest you get busy, because the clock is ticking and time is running out. Jesus will be back very soon, He said. And when He starts coming down from the heavens, you might as well kiss your ass goodbye, because it's too late. You need to start it today. Because you've got a lot of work to do. If you have started a loving relationship with God, and you have started living the way you're supposed to do, and say something happens to you and you pass, at least you've made an effort. You have a better chance of getting into heaven than if you did the other thing. Just depends on what you want in your life. Do you want peace and happiness, or do you want living hell? And you know which side is which. Choice is yours. No one can make these decisions for you. No one can force you to do it. They have to be your choice, because you will pay for your choice if you make the wrong one. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm trying to open people's eyes and get them to turn their life around and to turn it to God before it's too late and you're left here behind under the thumb of the devil. Then it'll be too late, because God's not going to hear you. He's going to say, I don't know you. I don't know you. And then you get up to the gates of heaven, and you go through what you have to go up there, and they say, sorry, access denied. Imagine that. Then guess where you're going to be going? Things to ponder. A big thing about where you're going is how you treat people on this planet. That's a major part of it. And whether you have a loving relationship with God or not. And you can't have a loving relationship with God and hurt people behind the scenes. God will bring hell into your life then. So the choice is yours. We all have free will. Nobody can make those choices for you but you. But rest assured, if you make the wrong one, you will pay severely for it. One team wins, the other team loses. I'm on Team God. I don't know about y'all. No, him and I don't always agree on everything, but I'm still Team God. I will never, ever, ever be on Team Devil. I am the kind of person that when I wake up, the devil says, holy shit, she's awake. Because he knows not to mess with me. I can't force you to do anything. It's just like that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can put the knowledge out there, but I can't make you drink it. That's up to you. But you will pay for your choice. You will pay good if you choose God. You will have a life of living hell if you choose the other. Plain and simple. I mean, it's not rocket science. Monkeys can figure it out. You don't need to be Albert Einstein. But God's not playing. Don't think you can get with him and pull one over on him, because you can't. He knows what's in your mind. He knows what's in your thoughts. He knows what you're going to do before you even do it. So you're not fooling anybody. And they watch 24/7. You are constantly under surveillance like a monkey in the zoo. That's how they document things, to know what karma to bring you. Imagine that. And then there's your ancestors. Are your ancestors going to be happy and proud of you? Or are they going to be pissed off and disgusted? That's the question. Because let me tell you, if they get disgusted with you, they're not going to help you in any way, shape, and form. They're not going to bless you. No. No. Bad behavior does not get rewarded on God's team. Does not get rewarded. God is like a parent. No good parent is going to reward bad behavior of anyone. So why do you think God would? I have to end this here and now. I might do a part 2. I don't know. Please like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, comment below. Send your friends to the channel. And I hope you come back and check out other content.